Mandhari mazuri eneo la Kiriaini, kaunti ya Murang'a. Hapa nimekuja kumkuta bingwa moja anaitwa Jason. Jason si mwalimu tu bali pia ni mfugaji wa nyuki. Anaendeleza shughuli hii akijua kwamba hatimaye atarina asali. Jason. Kazi safi.
Karibu sana kwetu Murang'a. Unasikia tunaambiwa watu wa milima. Ndio hii milima
sasa. Lakini ni mandhari mazuri kabisa. Hata nagundua kwamba kuna maua yaliyo mazuri kwa sababu ya nyuki.
Karibu sana, hapa ni nyumbani. Hii shamba yetu tunaita Mahua Mathayo Bee Sanctuary. Because the main thing we do here is beekeeping. We take care of the bees. Everything we do on this farm is for the bees. It is believed that nyuki wote wakakufa leo wote duniani, binadamu hatuwezi ishi more than 4 years. Yeah, so it's important to always think about the bee. We feed them water. We have a beautiful bee house over there. Pia huwa tunakaribisha wakulima, tunakuja tunafunza mambo ya nyuki, mambo ya kupenda nyuki. Hata wale wageni tu wanataka kujionea tu nyuki, we welcome them here. So utavaa hii. Hiyo ndio yako. Me, I like these light ones. Kudungwa na nyuki is okay. In fact, unless you're allergic, shida tu ni udungwe na wengi sana. But in fact, the most expensive bee product is that venom product, bee sting therapy for things like arthritis. So it's kudungwa sio vibaya. Shida tu ni kudungwa na wengi sana, then your body cannot handle that shock.
Mbona unapenda sana nyuki kweli? Mpaka unakuwa umeweka tojo, hiyo ni tattoo. Nini umekusukuma bwana?
No, I just love I love bees. My best friends, they feed me, they take care of me, they take care of my family. They've opened so many doors for me. So it's my life. It's what I love to do. In Kenya, we have the main types of honeybees. So there are over 20,000 species of bees. Some are solitary. Nyuki si wale peke yake ati unaona kwa mzinga. There are many other types of bees. There are some that are actually stingless bees that they make honey. But the honeybee, there are 4 main species. We have the Apis. So Apis mellifera is a scientific name for the bee. So we have Apis mellifera litorea, which is found in the coastal area, has very different characteristics from the other. We have the scutellata, Apis mellifera scutellata, which is a savanna bee, which is found in all the savanna areas where you hear about largest production of honey, the Kituis, the Kajiados. That bee is the one that's specific to that place. It's very defensive, but also very productive and very good with, we'll talk about products of bees. That one produces a lot of propolis. Then we have the northern Kenya bee, which is called the Yemenitica, Apis mellifera Yemenitica or Nubica. That one also is pastoralistic. It moves a lot. And then after that we have the highland bee, which is what we have here, which is the Apis mellifera monticola. It's found in the colder regions, higher altitudes. It's not very productive, but it's a good bee as well.
Wale ambao wanatazama nipo tayari kurina asali, lakini ambiwa si asali peke yake.
Kuna products na nyuki ni mingi. The main one are 6. Kuna asali, propolis, pollen. Pollen huwa wanabebea kwa miguu. And then which other products there? Venom. Kudungwa na nyuki, hiyo dawa ni dawa. Which other product am I forgetting? Royal jelly.
Royal jelly, okay.
Royal jelly is what is fed the queen. It's a special diet. All bee products come from worker bees. Okay, there's the queen. She lays all the eggs, between 1,500 to 2,000 eggs every day. There's the worker bees who do everything, making the combs, everything. Then there's the drones. The drones are the men. They mostly do nothing. The only thing that, so sometimes when it's really hot, they can also be used to fan and keep the hive cool, but their main duty is to mate. And when they mate, they die. Same way like a worker bee, when it stings you, it dies. So this is called a bee house. Yeah, it's called a bee house. It's a house where you keep your beehives. The thing we like about bee houses is that it's good for safety. So this is our bee house. It's called Mahua. So it's also for record keeping. It helps a farmer that, you know, say for example, if you have a problem with hive number 15 in the Mahua bee house. In here, we have 3 types of hives. We have the Langstroth, which is this one that looks like a box. We have the KTBH, the long one that looks like a feeding trough. That KTBH is called, in full, is the Kenya top bar hive. So most people don't know this, but Kenya is a beekeeping powerhouse. That hive was invented in Kenya. Yeah, so we have a long history of beekeeping, and it's something that should be encouraged, that farmers take up beekeeping as part of the culture, as something that can help them in their farming. And then we have one concrete hive. I don't know if you can see it. Karibu.
In the future that you might export honey?
I'd love to export honey, but I think charity begins at home. Yeah? In Kenya, we are currently meeting between 15 and 20% of local demand. Most of our honey is imported. I don't know why we do that. So yeah, there's still enough within the local market. I'm not saying export is bad and export fetches premium price, but I want to let people know that also the local market has not been exhaustively explored. So these are the main tools we are using. This is a bee brush. Yeah, as I told you, it's a soft brush for brushing off the bees, and this is called a hive tool, NATO hive tool. This is called the queen excluder. So what happens is you give the bees, kama huku we don't vuna from that side, but now the queen, because of her size, hawezi kuja hii side. So what happens, the honey from this side will be pure honey. Haitakuwa na mayai, so you'll find the eggs are on that side. So this is what we call brood. Come closer. This is one I was telling you. See the way it's walking with yellow kwa miguu? That's pollen. So this comb has a bit of honey. You can see here it's capped honey. This part that is covered ni mayai yao yako hapo, inaitwa brood. So these are worker bee cells, and these bigger ones are drone cells. And this one protruding here is a queen cell. So what a farmer needs to do is to build a good relationship with not just the bees, but also the environment. Because remember we said honey is a product of nectar, pollen, and water. Yeah? So you'll notice when there are many flowers, you'll find the bees have a lot of pollen. The season that will follow after that, when maybe when there's a lot of flowers in the environment, is what we call the honey flow season. Because the bees need to go to the flowers, collect the nectar to come and make honey. So what happens are there are different stages, cycles. There is what we call death. Sasa kumekauka, hakuna kitu. There is honey flow. Honey flow season is where now there is, as the name suggests, honey is flowing. There is also what we call build up. That's the time the bees are building their combs. So that's why we recommend that the farmer does regular checks, because that way you're able to monitor and know when the next harvesting is coming.
Yeah, nice. Sasa kwa wale ambao wanataka kupata nafasi ya kula na kupata utamu wa asali, lazima uwe tayari kudungwa usena kama utakuwa na taratibu kama huu. Lakini kama hutaki kudungwa usena, jivaa hivi. Asante sana kwako kwa sababu umeamua kuwa mkulima kama sisi. Jina langu ni Emmanuel Terer na hii ni Kenya's Gold. Ilikuwa ni raha kweli kweli, lakini sasa watu wanajiuliza kwa nini nyuki inafanyaje ndio tutunze mazingira. Kumbuka kwamba nyuki anakwenda kutafuta chavuo au pollen kisha anafanya kile tunaita uchavushaji au pollination na kuhakikisha kwamba wanapofanya vile mmea unaanza kupata mbegu, na bila wasiwasi basi inasaidia sana kurejesha hali ya mmea katika taifa la Kenya na vile vile ulimwengu. Na hili likufahamisha kwamba wakati nyuki watakosekana ardhini, basi tupo na miaka minne nasi tusalie matwende kule mbinguni.
Absolutely correct. Such a fantastic feature on bee farming. But I have a question. Were you breathing in those outfits?
Yes.
Were you? It looks like those
Lakini jasho lilikuwa linatiririka.
All right, now such a great feature.
Kidogo tu kabla uendelee, wewe uliwahi dungwa
na nyuki? Yeah, once, but I was really young and I was with my parents and I was just being petty. So when they asked me, what do you want? I want ice cream, you know. It was just me trying to get my way through life, but here we are, we survived. Now we are taking our first short commercial break, but don't go anywhere, because when we come back, we do have an interview on location with a very passionate bee farmer who was one of the people that represented Kenya in the COP28 that was held in Dubai last year in December. And the reason as to why she was there is because of her contribution to environment conservation through beekeeping. So do stick around for that. But in the meantime, if you do have any questions or feedback that you'd like to get through to us, feel free to talk to us across all our social media platforms on Instagram at Kenya's Gold. Our SMS line is 22422 and our email is kenyasgold@royalmedia.co.ke. See you after the break.